Let go of her! Let go! Oh!
Residents wanted to do an action. There were about 20 people involved in the action that were residents or recently former residents, and they had a lot of supporters that were involved that came out to show up, to talk to people there, to say that this was unacceptable, and went just inside the lobby, and the police began dragging people out of there pretty quickly, and the rest of people linked arms and walked out peacefully. The point was to highlight what was going on there.
I lived here for a while. In November of 2021, one of the staff of Homes First was watching me shower, and I begged for months to get help because I didn't feel safe here. And I know that he still works within Homes First.
A lot of people did move there from encampments on the idea that this was a part of a Pathway Inside program, that it would be transitional towards getting housing. Instead, the city's shutting the program down with less than 16% of people being offered housing.
Their plan is to surveil people.
Yeah.
Their plan is to harass people. And we all know this is going to end up in killing people.
Yeah, already has killed how many?
Many other people being asked to go back to dangerous congregate sites. We're in the middle of another outbreak of COVID, plus RSV, plus the bad flu season, and the city has decided to crowd beds closer together in congregate shelters. Many people are being asked to go to 545 Lakeshore. A lot of people ending up outside in tents again. So it wasn't a pathway inside, it was more like a tunnel of invisibility. The city wanted to disappear the problem temporarily, and now it wants to act affronted and call in police and security to rough people up, to beat people who ask questions about why they're not being given individualized housing plans like they were promised all along. These programs, which sometimes included people beating people into submission to have them go inside.
You were charged with sexual misconduct at another site, and they allowed you to work here. Oh no! How do we know you're not people in the shower, ladies? Yeah. Look, your safety is a lot.
Managers with Home First on site have been very unsympathetic, have been very rude to people. Sometimes people get 72 hours notice, sometimes 2 hours notice or less. Their stuff is not treated as people would be during if they were at anything like home. It's been just a total gong show of inhumanity.
The encampment was served with a notice of violation. The sculptor Timothy Schmaltz reached out to me and said he wanted to place a cage around his panhandler Jesus statue, which has been here for 9 years, as a protest against the criminalization of homelessness. Because when dwell in street is considered an offense for people who have nowhere else to dwell, I think there couldn't be a clearer statement of the criminalization of homelessness.
And there are many parts of the city, many people working in the city that are sympathetic to the issue, and the mayor himself expresses some sympathy, but I think there's hostile architecture which shows there's hostility. There is what happened at Trinity Bellwoods and Lamport and Alexandra Park last year, which shows they're willing to do great violence to make this problem go away, to make it be invisible.
I still do think that it was handled in a way that caused some trauma to people living here and continues to cause stress and anxiety because we don't have a clear statement that people won't be evicted.
There are some people in the city who want to make the situation better, but those who really control the levers of power are angry that they get called out on these issues. The mayor in particular is very thin-skinned about any kind of criticism. And he wants people to bow down and praise him for the small things that he's done that just aren't adequate. So I don't think there's really the will there to do so. We had hoped that there could be some change on that front, and we know that some of the changes that have been made are because of activist pressure, because of pressure from homeless people themselves, because of pressure from people who do care about the issue in the city and make calls and ask for change. But absent real hard push for change, we don't really see the will to make the deep systemic changes that would be required.
I think there's a tremendous amount of concern for people who are suffering, who are marginalized, who are facing a whole lot of challenges and burdens in this society. Caring about other people has gone a bit out of fashion lately. We had this little wave at the beginning of COVID where everybody sort of cared about other people, and that seems not to be very fashionable anymore. So I'm glad that all these people have come out to say that we care about our neighbors. We want people to be safe. We want people to be warm. We want people to be secure.
We have a duty to be present, to provide the care because they are here. And so we have no other choice but to be able to show the love that is within our own communities and to support them. And it's, I think, for every citizen in the city of Toronto to be a part of the conversation as well as part of the solution to create affordable housing for everybody.